Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to WolfQuest Brothers Bond with Mikhail. So he has witnessed Teo, his brother, suffer one of the greatest losses that Mikhail could ever imagine. Even though he has lost a daughter and his brother, he couldn't imagine losing Kirby. The thought of it brings him pain, and in some ways he uses that to empathize with Teo, but he knows that he could never truly understand that pain because Kirby is still here. He's been afraid for Kirby's life. He's wondered if anything could happen to her. Kirby's his queen. And so today, Mikhail is actually going to spend time with Kirby, hunting, taking territory. He wants to make sure that Kirby is with him as many days as he can have with her, because you never really know. Whether it's age or a sudden sickness or a predator, anything can happen to wolves out in the wild. Even just a failed hunt that just goes absolutely wrong. And so he wants to be with her today. But he also promised his brother that he would help as much as he possibly could by taking on the task of spreading the word to Crevice Lake, as Teo has been, to give him a moment to mourn and to be with his pups whom he loves so very much. But before we can get too far, I will have to roll for today's difficulty, and hopefully the ominous storm in the background does not exactly say what is going to happen. Oh dear. So fortunately I rolled a 2, which is not easy, but it's a lot better. It is definitely a challenging day rather than an accurate day, which is what we had in the last episode. So right now, Mikhail is going to try and catch up with Kirby and see if he can't help her hunt so that the two of them can eat together. So not only have we caught up with Kirby, our queen, but she has led us straight to an elk herd. She was obviously hungry, and Mikhail is here to help her bring something down for them to eat. Oh, we have a female that fell. She still have health. It just shows how healthy these elk are in the spring. They really don't struggle during this time of year, but occasionally one will slip and end up hurting themselves. Those are the ones you need to watch out for. Oh, finally she stopped. Oh my gosh, she was a runner. Usually they stop, but this one, she was definitely fighting for her life. She was hoping she could outpace us, and she almost did. Mikhail is exhausted. I hope this is close enough to the den that we can return. But he's so tired, he may have to eat and sleep. Woo, we are at 4% wakefulness. Oh no! I'm tempted to sleep out here with Kirby, but that leaves the pups a whole sleep's worth of time at the rendezvous site alone, which I've never done. Not ever. It doesn't sound like a good idea, and I'm afraid to do it, because I don't want anything bad to happen. If it did, the blame would be put on Teo. So instead, Mikhail is going to send Kirby back. It's a huge risk I'm taking still, but I want to try and keep Mikhail's flaw as much as possible. We've already broken it once. I don't want him to lose any more points, because it could affect some things happening in the future. And if it does, then it happens. And of course his sleep was interrupted by vermin. Go. Goodness. Children. Oh, we have a little fox family that's here. There were actually 2 foxes. I don't ever think I've seen 2 foxes before. I never realized how pretty they were either. We don't really get to look at foxes very often because they usually just run in fear. But honestly, their design is pretty nice. Now the pups are pretty starved, so we are going to have to look for food on the way back to the rendezvous site. It looks like Kirby hasn't fed the pups, which is a little concerning. Either she didn't have enough food, or she decided that Mikhail would bring food back, which is exactly what he will do. Perfect! A deer fawn isn't a lot of food, but it will hold the pups over for Mikhail to rest and hopefully bring in some better, more substantial meat the next day, along with taking some more Crevice Lake hexes. Mikhail's actually doing a really good job if you look at the map. Even though he's got some weaker areas down near Junction Butte, Crevice Lake has been mostly taken over, which means that they are really turning towards the belief of Eartha and a unified pack. It's bringing Mikhail a lot of joy, even though he still doesn't trust this pack after everything they've done, killing their brother Aspen and then killing his daughter Dawn. He's hoping that in some way he can make a difference, that him, his brother, his daughters and sons, and even other wolves in the area no longer suffer at the wrath of Crevice Lake from the past, and that future Crevice Lake can be more peaceful. It still remains to be seen, as Crevice Lake does still send out scouts to the rendezvous site, and they have caused problems for our wolves and the wolf pups, who are scared of Crevice Lake. But our brothers still hold hope, and right now Mikhail, he really just wants to make sure his brother is okay. Hello, little ones! Oh my goodness, you're so hungry. I'm so sorry. I have brought you all food. Please come and feast. Oh, it looks like Kirby did actually give them some food. They were just that hungry. They needed a little bit more. This deer fawn is not going to go very far. In fact, Mikhail might just go back out while Kirby watches them and find some more food. I really don't think this deer fawn's going to go a long way. But while we're here, we could actually do a weight check and see how the pups are doing weight-wise. So Lupin is 18.5 pounds, Husky's 18.2, Hawthorne is 18.8, Lovebird is 17.6, Nova is already 19 pounds, our big girl over here. And then we have Doe, who is 18.1. Our smallest is Lovebird. I'm trying to decide if she might actually end up being a runt. I'm excited to find out, which we will very, very soon. I've also noticed that Husky really loves to sing. Every time I come back to the rendezvous site, he is howling that very distinctive howl to the moon. It's funny because it reminds me of Calder so much. He's actually in his kennel right now as I'm recording, and I can hear him howling in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but he sounds just like a wolf when he howls. Mikhail happened to see a rabbit, and I think he's gonna go get it. That mule deer fawn is already just devastated, so maybe the rabbit could help. And one more little nibble for the pups. That's all they're really gonna have, though. Mikhail is already tired. His strength and his ability to endure more is just fleeting him as he gets older and older and older. He's having a harder and harder time just keeping up with everything. It's a little bit devastating to him, and he feels weak as a king. And he knows that kings are not supposed to be weak, and he's afraid that other packs may see how weak he is, how tired he gets, how much he relies on his queen, but he still remains strong for his pups. Poor little Nova, being as big as she is, simply cannot get enough satiation, so Mikhail is going to have to give up some of his food just to keep them full. As you can see, she's still only at 79% as far as fullness goes, but all the other pups seem to be doing all right. This should hold her over until tomorrow, and the family can rest because Mikhail has a very big day tomorrow. He not only has his own task, but his brother's task, so that there isn't a penalty in points. Obviously, Mikhail doesn't know that there's a point system, but he does want to make sure that his brother feels confident that his family can take care of him. Aw, who came to sleep by Dad? Is that Husky or Nova? That is so cute. I need to know right now. It was Nova! Nova, are you a daddy's girl? Like all the other pups are in the grass where they're supposed to be. And then here's Nova. Oh dear. There's a bear. Kirby's nervous. She's even approached Mikhail, but she smells the bear. Where is it coming from? No! Yep, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Not to Kirby, but pay attention to me. It's very annoying when I'm doing, isn't it? Yes, I'm sure you're very frustrated. Bears are less terrifying if you don't take them too seriously. They get irritated very easily if you just make sure you hide the pups in the grass, and you run circles around them, they realize it's not really worth it. Kirby's doing well. She's growling consistently, although this grizzly does seem to be a little more persistent than usual. Oh yes, chase me, that's fine. Kirby, be careful! Kirby? Yep, chase me. Chase me! I'm delectable. I'm delicious. I am so much better than Kirby as far as food goes. Oh my gosh, this boar grizzly is persistent. Yep, be on your way. Thanks for wasting so much of my energy. I really appreciate it. It's time for the two to go get some more food, not only for the pups, but for themselves. They're gonna go together, eat together, take hexes together, whatever it takes. A king and a queen shouldn't be separated for long, and that's how Mikhail is feeling right now, seeing how much his brother is suffering. Honestly, y'all, I'm genuinely hoping that with Mikhail, we get to see Kirby all the way through. I really want that achievement where you reach age 8 with your significant other, with your mate. I'm really hoping that happens so much. As long as we take care of Kirby and we don't get her into too many fights with Crevice Lake or bears or cougars or whatever, because she's crazy. So, you know, she doesn't back down from a fight. If anything, she's more likely to get herself killed. It's funny too, because I think Kirby actually does have the lazy trait. I notice a lot of things that says that she's lazy, but when it comes to fighting predators, she must have the bold trait because she just doesn't back down, and it scares me half the time. But I do know she's got the lazy trait as well. But she certainly isn't cautious, none whatsoever. Oh, what a prize! Now this would feed the pups really well. Oh, please, Kirby, please be careful. There's like a system to this. If you could just follow the system. Boo! Oh! Oh! Okay. Kirby, please. Just let him run. Let him run. Oh boy. Yep, that's what you want. You want the mother to run ahead so you can take the calf down. No, Kirby, this is for the pups. We can go get food later. And that's where I see the lazy trait. When she wants to eat the pups' food. Oh, finally. Eat up, pups. Even though Kirby is pretty hungry, I think that Mikhail's gonna leave her here. He has a lot that he needs to do today, and he may have to sleep out in the field, but that's all right. He knows that Kirby is there to protect the pups. He's gonna miss her and worry about her the entire time that he's gone, but he can't let his brother down. I have to love Mikhail's luck. I don't understand how he does that. He literally saw an elk mother grazing in the distance, and he thought, I bet there's a calf close by, and literally the first grass patch I ran into had the calf in it. And so he got to fill his belly, although poor Kirby is probably drooling over that moose calf back at the rendezvous site. Well, the first Crevice Lake hex was only 20%, so it was an easy take for Mikhail. Probably because there was only 1 or 2 wolves there, thank goodness. And they were willing to listen, or they had already kind of turned their gaze towards Eartha. And so this was a simple task for Mikhail, but he has a long way to go. Mikhail's reached 0% wakefulness right at the edge of his own border, and he's gonna have to sleep. This could mean that Crevice Lake can come in and start making their presence known, some of the ones that are not as likely to listen to Mikhail and Teo, and he's nervous, but he's not gonna give up for the sake of his brother. So he'll sleep here and just hope that they are still willing to listen in the morning. It's very, very early in the morning on the next day, and Mikhail has awoken to the scent of stranger wolves. He's nervous and hesitant to continue his task, but again, his brother, the image of his sobbing form laying over Sundance, keeps coming into his mind, and he just cannot let his brother down. He just got his brother back. And every day that he wakes, he wants to find ways to keep his brother in his life, especially since he thought Teo dead for so long. I'm 1 hex away from Mikhail's goal. I haven't even started on Teo's, and Mikhail's already tired and needs to sleep very soon, but I don't know if he's got a sleep left. The pups are almost fully grown, and I'm freaking out right now. Oh, it looks like the Crevice Lake Wolves listened to Mikhail very easily, which is good. That's what we want to see. But he's currently at 13% wakefulness, and I really need to take this hex. This hex is very strong. It is an 80% hex right now. Now, I did just see Crevice Lake Wolves that were kind of hanging out near the border of this hex, and they ran off, so hopefully we can take this without any problems, unless there are others that are hanging out that are a bit more aggressive and are less receptive to what Mikhail is trying to tell them. Oh, but I'm stressed. Sleep needs to come soon, and I don't want to be out and about when the pups are like, okay, I'm ready to go. Oh, let's see. We might be all right. Lovebird is only 18.8 pounds right now, so I'm hoping that because she is so behind on gaining weight, this means we can have 1 more day to achieve what Teo couldn't in his last episode. Oh, crossing my fingers. We're okay. However, the pups are extremely hungry. Woo! We gotta finish this and bring them some food. Otherwise, we might have a pup starve to death, and I never really want to get that achievement. In fact, I think for the sake of getting the pups some food, Mikhail is going to take territory but not strengthen it as much as he should. Which is all right. He's still technically doing the goal that is asked of him. But he does know he needs to head back. Kirby is also probably hungry at this point. He's hungry at this point. So he's doing the bare minimum so he can get back to his family. So this next hex is at 100%. I don't think this is a good idea. I'm almost positive that there are wolves in this hex. But I'm hoping that they will just listen and leave. That was too much to hope for. Time to go! That's all right. Mikhail did not want to risk a fight. That is not his goal. He doesn't want to fight them, and that's not what Teo would want. However, he is going to go into this other hex and take it, and that will be the last one he needs, and he can return home and feed his pups. And that was it. Let's go. Oh, we made it back, but barely. The pups are hungry, and I don't have much for food. This is not good. Poor Doe is all the way down to 43%. I'm gonna have to take the risk to sleep because we are now at 0%, and I'm just gonna have to race to find them food in the morning. Please don't give me the starved achievement because I was too determined to stick to a flaw. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, food. Gotta find food. Y'all, this is really bad. I can't find any prey. Every mule deer I've come across has been a buck. I can't find elk. I can't find babies. I can't barely find rabbits. Our pups are starving. This is not good. I have no idea why I literally can't find anything. Look, another one, and it's a buck. All of them are bucks. Like, I'm having a panic attack. Like, we're about to lose these pups because of starvation, which I've never had happen before. And I can't smell anything. Like, there's not even any bubbles. Like, all the bubbles are gone. There's barely anything. Oh, there, finally. Mikhail is at 4% wakefulness, and he's trying to catch a moose calf right now. Oh my gosh, he has 1% wakefulness left, and he's right here. Oh, thank goodness. The pups aren't gonna starve. Oh my gosh, I was so worried, y'all. I mean, I eventually want to get all the achievements one day, but I want to know that I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it in a series. Of course, there's a rabbit now. Oh my goodness. Hurry, Mikhail, hurry. I know you're tired, but keep going. Keep going. You're going to make it. You're so close. You're right there. I see the tree. And of course, all the rabbits spawn now. It's ridiculous. Doe, honey. Doe, my love. Come eat food. Oh, my sweet children, there you go. Kirby, I swear you will not touch this moose. No. You can hunt for yourself, love. The pups can't. Oh, Doe's at 15%. Doe, please eat. Y'all, let Doe and Husky eat, you cows. Move on. Dang. Go! Come on, Doe. You need to eat the most. You are the most hungry. Doe, why aren't you eating? You're literally starving. Oh, finally. Finally, sustenance. Oh, thank goodness. The pups are gonna make it. Hawthorne, you've had plenty to eat, you glutton. You too, Lupin. Let Doe eat. Jeez, oh Pete. Now we can rest. Sorry, this episode's gonna be a little longer. I knew it would be because I didn't have enough for another episode with them being pretty much ready to go to the training grounds, wherever that ends up being, whether it's Tower Fall or some other place when the saga comes out. But they are gonna be ready as soon as we wake up. They have hit 20 pounds. This is it. And we didn't lose any pups to sickness or starvation. We made it. It was a little hairy there in the end. Oh my gosh, I was so scared. I'm like, we're gonna lose Doe to starvation, legit. But it didn't happen. Now Kirby and Mikhail are starving, and they're gonna have to make sure that they hunt after this. But that'll be up to them in a different story, because our pups are done. Oh, and I cannot wait to see them grown up, and that will be next week's episode. But wow, I was stressed there in the end. That was a lot of stress I was feeling. All right, y'all. I hope you liked this series of Brothers Bond with Mikhail. And he has another successful litter without having lost any pups, which is amazing. And seeing them all run around, I can only imagine what they'll look like grown up. So don't forget to tickle and poke that like button, subscribe to join our family if you haven't already, and jingle the bell so you're notified of when I post WolfQuest videos. Also, feel free to join Discord or follow me on Twitch. We do stream WolfQuest on Twitch, sometimes multiplayer, so if that's something you're interested in, just go into the description below and the links to both Discord and Twitch are there. I love you guys! Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week for the pup reveal. Bye!